Hello. So there have been questions about using the biochemical, the sheet to identify um, to identify biochemical unknowns. So I wanted to try to take one. Okay, so this is one that I gave you guys in class last week, and I'm going to give you in class this week. And it is, okay, glucose positive, PPD negative, indole negative, methyl red, MVP positive, citrate positive, hydrogen sulfide negative, urea positive, lactose positive, mannitol positive, nitrate positive, and it's not modal. Okay, so when we go to use this chart, okay, the main things that you want to look for is the closer something is to 100, that means the more of these organisms are positive. So if we look at this, this means that 100% of the E. coli can ferment or are positive for glucose fermentation. Okay, this is supposed to be PPD. This was, I'll have to fix it, but it was, anyhow, it's gone from PDF to Excel and back. Okay, so this is PPD. So if it's 0, that means all of them are negative. So there are no positives. Indole is 95 to 97. So that means that between 95 and 97% of all the E. coli that were tested are positive for indole. Okay, so they're positive for MR. Okay, citrate is low, it's negative. So the lower the number it is, the more negative it is. The higher it is, it's more positive. There are some places where they just, on this chart, it just says positive or negative. So they didn't have the data, the numbers to put into this chart. So if we look at this organism, what we want to do is we're always going to start at glucose, right? And we're going to work our way across the table. So you have to do it in this order in order for it to work right. It works the best if you do it this way. I'm going to switch to the highlighter. Hopefully, maybe that's the eraser. I'm going to switch to the highlighter so I can cross these out, and hopefully you can still see underneath of them. Okay, so the first thing I have is that glucose is positive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here and I'm going to try to cross out the negative things that are negative for glucose. Okay, so if they can't ferment glucose, I'm crossing them out. So it takes out 2 of them. Okay, hopefully this chart is right. I had it as a PDF and then they put it in an Excel file, and then I put it back in a PDF to put it in here so I could write on it on my iPad. So hopefully this works okay. Okay, now PPD is negative. So that means that I'm going to cross out the PPDs that are positive. So I'm crossing out the opposite, right? So I'm going to cross out this one, and this one. I tend to put a line through everything so that I know as I get further out of here what I've actually crossed out. Okay, now indole is negative. Okay, so here's indole. So I'm going to try to cross out the ones that are the most positive. Okay, so E. coli is going to go. Okay, this one's low, this one's low, this one's pretty low, that one's low, 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 low. I'm going to hang on to that one too. Okay, now MR and VP are my least favorite tests because they're not always very reliable. Let's just hang on to those and we'll go back to them. Okay, now citrate is positive. So I'm going to get rid of the citrates that are negative. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that because it's low. I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Okay, now H2S, it says that it's negative. Okay, so I want to cross out the ones that are positive for this. So that one, hang on to those for right now. Okay, urease is positive. So let's cross out this one because because it's really low. And we're going to get rid of this one because it's negative. Okay, lactose is positive. So this one is low. So it's probably not positive. So I'm going to get rid of that one. And so I have this, this, and this. Okay, so mannitol is also positive. Okay, so these all are okay. These numbers are low, but let's just kind of hang on to it. Okay. Nitrate is positive, so all three of those are positive. And then motility, it's not modal. Okay, so this is modal. Okay, this is modal, and this one is not modal. So now when I go back, okay, and I just want to kind of confirm that this matches up. Okay, so glucose is positive, PPD is negative, indole is negative, MR, so it's possible that it's positive. Okay, it's possible that the VP is positive. Citrate is positive. Okay, it doesn't have, doesn't produce hydrogen sulfide. Urease is positive, okay, because it could be in between, anywhere in between there. Okay, and then lactose, mannitol, not modal. We don't have gelatin in this. So this is how I get that. Okay, so I get Klebsiella pneumonia for that. Okay, I want to do another one with you guys. So let's do, let me try to erase all of this. So I have these in a quiz. Whoops, what happened? I have these in a quiz on D2L. So you can take it a couple times and try to get the right answer. If you see something that's weird, let me know. I'll try to fix it. Because I was typing it in there and it might not be perfect. There could be a mistake. Somebody already found one mistake. Okay, so let's do another one. And let's say this one, the PPD is positive. Okay, the MR is positive. Citrate is negative. H2S is negative. Urea is negative. Mannitol is negative, and nitrate is negative. Okay. So let me get the highlighter again. So it didn't even give us glucose, so we don't have to worry about glucose, but let's go to PPD. Okay, so PPD is positive, so it can't be any of these above here. Okay, and it's not going to be anything down here that's negative. Okay, so it's just these, it's got to be one of these proteases. Okay, now the MR, it says, is positive. So if the MR is positive, it's either this one or this one, and it's probably not this one. Okay, and then citrate is negative. So this one, the citrate is between 10 and 32% positive, and most of these are positive. But there's 2.5%. Okay, now hydrogen sulfide, look, this is, it says it's negative. Okay, so this fits better. Okay, oops, I meant to circle that. This fits better, right? Yeah. And then urease is negative, and up here it's positive. Okay, mannitol, both of these are negative. Okay, and then nitrate, this one has a chance of being negative and this one doesn't. Okay, so this is the best fit for this one.